No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds, 137. Edmonton, Atherton, 7:34 p.m. Surprised by Jane Ross's impassioned, obsequious, subservient response of, "Oh, thank goodness! I've been worried sick about you, my darling. Please, please, please tell me that you're all right." To Brentsy's greeting, Corporal Marconi tilted her head away from Brentsy to hide her embarrassment both for and because of Jane's extremely personal response. Subservient, adjective, prepared to obey others unquestioningly. Less important, subordinate. "I've been detained," Brentsy said, voice filled with dismissive harshness, "and I need Henta to clear things up. Her beeper number." "Oh, dearest one, I'm so relieved that you're all right," Jane replied, voice filled with relief. "The number is 612-6277-7111. Did you want me to dial and leave a message?" "No," Brentsy said, his head swiveling left and right in search of paper and pencil. Marconi, interpreting his head movements correctly, placed a pad of paper and a pencil in front of him, her action receiving a dismissive hand wave rather than a thank you as he lifted the pencil and repeated 612-6277-7111. "Right. Where are you?" Brentsy's question prompting Colonel Patterson to say, "Hand the microphone to Corporal Marconi. Now," the order earning him a soul-searing glare from Brentsy. "Are you still at the air?" Brentsy said before Patterson snatched the microphone from Brentsy's hand. "I'm on the tarmac and filled with," Jane said over the radio before Marconi cut the connection. Patterson, tilting his head down and looking at Brentsy from the top of his eyes, said, "That was a very poor choice, and it's earned you that trip to the brig. What message for the ambassador would you like us to leave?" "If you give me a phone, I can leave the message," Brentsy said defiantly. "You really don't understand your situation," Patterson said. "Last chance. Do you want me to leave a message? And if so, what?" Brentsy stared at Patterson for 4 heartbeats, then wrote BCB ASAP on the notepad, which he pushed towards the colonel, saying, "Send her that and your number." "Corporal Lee," Patterson said, "cuff him. Make sure he's secure." Turning to the radio man, he said, "Corporal, Lieutenant," as he returned their salutes. "After you, Brentsy," added, pointing towards the door with a dismissive index finger, then following the prisoner as the MP led him into the hall. "To the brig," Patterson said to Lee. "I'm done with this one until he learns the matters." "Yes, sir," Corporal Lee replied, nudging Brentsy with a knuckle to his spine and saying, "You heard the man. March," as they started down the hall. The trio hadn't gone 30 meters before Lieutenant Ampere hurried from the radio room and said loudly, "Colonel Patterson," her declaration causing the 3 men to stop and turn her way. "Pardon me, sir," she continued as she stepped towards him. "Corporal Cavendish called. You and the prisoner are wanted in your office." "Because?" an irritated Patterson asked. "Sir," Ampere replied, "she said that Willie Alley is waiting for you. Agent Alley from the ASIO." Patterson's mouth twisted to the side before he nodded to Ampere, said, "Thank you," turned back towards Brentsy and Corporal Lee, and said, "Too late for the brig." Shaking his head, he added, "You have a date with a spook."